Coming in at number 1, we have a Record 7 hour. This fucking story was fucking amazing. I remember all of the fucking characters and everything. Like, it's just that memorable. I felt like it was better than the original for personal reasons that I might go into in a later video. But the way how his world took toll on Ao himself, and the way how the world affected like these teenagers and everything, and how the story wrapped up and everything that it did, it was just so well, and it was well packaged for an ending that was just fucking beautiful. The way how he sacrificed himself and his existence for his mom and his dad, two people that he barely even knew. He only knew his mom until he was probably about 3 or 4, and then she disappeared. And for him to just sacrifice himself like that, it really did show how much this character has developed, how much he's changed, especially from a kid who didn't even care about his parents and felt like they just abandoned him because they didn't want him anymore. And that was some real shit to me, and it really deserves its spot as number 10 on this list. Say what you want about this manga / anime, say that it's annoying, say that it was boring as fuck. However you personally feel about it, that's personally up to you. But for me, I felt like this story was just fucking hilarious at like multiple times, and it just really was it was a great adventure, you know. It wasn't trying to be a big story or something like Naruto to where, you know, it tries to interlace things later on or anything like that. It was a story to where every episode or every chapter felt like a whole something fresh and something new, and just trying to get you to laugh at it, and, you know, just trying to be funny. And I felt like it really did make do on its promise, and it really did do what the artist wanted it to do. And the story of Bubble Bowl and everything like that, especially with the little few pieces of story Bubble Bowl had, it really was a good story to me, and I personally feel like it deserves to be in number 9 on my top 10 list. That shit was hilarious. Do I even have to say it? All of these different characters, the fucking feels, all these emotional ass spirits and everything, all coming together into one world and everything and stuff like that. You know, everybody trying to be the Shaman King, everybody wanting to get something out of this quick adventure they all get to go on in this summertime vacation and everything like that. And with the story of these characters and how like these two brothers went at it at the end of the story, and everyone just like was released from their spirits, and the Shaman Kings went away until the next Shaman King until the next Shaman King tournament passed or came. You know, it felt like a true adventure, and it really did like fucking gave me a lot in my childhood. Maybe it's because of nostalgia that I fucking enjoy this series, because I know a lot of people now who don't really like remember too much about it, or just literally don't care about it anymore. But for me, I feel like it was personally a fucking amazing series. I felt like the fights was amazing for the fights it had, and its particular structure for its fights, it was fucking amazing, and like no fight ever wind up not delivering for me. And most of the characters and the way how they developed, from characters feeling like they was shit, from characters being in this dark void of themselves and having these dark memories and becoming something better, from meeting the main cast, was just fucking cool, and seeing them all come together at the end was fucking beautiful. Right before the halfway mark, we had this amazing story of a girl named Saya who just lived her life, what she thought was her life, to the fullest. And you know, she really was a shy character and everything. She had a lot of emotions and everything, but when her life took a certain turn, then things became real again. She found out so many things from her hidden past, and there was so much in this world that she thought was just so small, and this world wound up being something so much bigger, especially for her in particular. You know, she had a sister named Diva. She fucking fucked shit up. She fucked her life up. Because of her, so many people that she loved was taken away from her. So many people almost got taken away from her, and to see her go on this adventure and fight her sister to the death, and, you know, become a stronger character over time, going from being this shy girl who stayed in a small town in Japan to being this cold killer of any fucking body who tried to fuck with the people that she loved, being distant from the people that she loved so that way they wouldn't come to harm, and them not being able to take it and her not being able to take it internally, and just eventually having to come back together with those people and working together with them to actually put an end to this threat, to that threat, was fucking amazing. Go check out this series if you have, and if you watched it on Toonami and you didn't get to finish it, fucking finish it. This was an amazing story. I'm letting you know right now, this shit was amazing. The fights were good, especially from the point that I think Toonami left it off to where the little brother died. That shit was fucking amazing from where Kai died. Go check it out because this fucking story was so fucking cool, and it really touched me personally, especially the characters and especially the way how it ended and it all wrapped up. I think it was something beautiful, and I think it's kind of underrated, but it's personally one of my favorites. I believe it earns its number 4 spot. I mean, it's number 6 spot on this list because this shit was great. You want your characters that's fucking amazing and fucking enjoyable as hell. You want them good laughs, you want them feels, you want that heart-wrenching feeling of just wanting, like, just feeling like you're there with these characters and you're going on this fucking adventure with them. You fucking got it. The halfway point of this list, fucking number 10, Welcome to the NHK, was fucking a great adventure. I felt like the story was literally impactful and the characters were impactful. It all felt like a fucking package that was well thought out before even being written, before the first line was written. It felt like it was well thought out. I felt like the characters were all trying to be something, and a lot of the characters got closure. Some of them didn't get too much closure, but the main cast and the people that you really did get to see, their closure was all satisfying. And of course, by the end of the story, you know, you had these characters, you know, separating, and you only had 2 characters left from the main cast who were still together. They stayed together, and seeing them stay together, at least 2 of them, and being able to know that they went to live on their lives as someone better, especially since they both realized that their lives were shit and that life can be shit, but even people whose life was shit and people who are treated like shit in life still deserve to be happy. And that was fucking amazing. It had an amazing message to it. Go check out this series if you haven't seen it. Welcome to the NHK. Man, you're just gonna fucking enjoy the adventure, and it was just fucking cool, and it had them feels. Almost got my ass coming to a tear, like. This series started off pretty slow, but it will become something. It starts out pretty slow, but it will become something that will be fucking so impactful on you, and it'll fucking make you feel like, you know, these characters are fucking just. You feel like you're fucking in love with these characters. Every single one of the main cast, even the villains, felt like they all had a personal reason for the things they did in their different universes or in their different dimensions, to where they all wind up becoming murderers or killers of some type, and they all wind up turning on each other. The friendships, the bonds that they create, especially the way how they let each dimension build up into you having this big ass connection with each character, and then just destroying that connection by killing these characters off with the main character of that dimension. It was just so fucking amazing, especially when they all came together around the 2nd season. This shit was fucking great, and if you haven't seen it, of course, go check out Higurashi as well. This fucking story was like, it was on some cool shit because you got to see this dark tone with this happy-go-lucky tone, and it was fucking real as shit to actually see this shit, because it really showed you how your life could turn in a matter of seconds, or like life can turn on a dime, and it really showed you that, and it fucking made it so well, and it was so well done. It fucking felt well written, especially the characters and especially the progression of the different dimensions that all of these characters were the main character in, especially with the secret plot twist in the 2nd season. It fucking wraps up perfectly, and if you don't believe me, go check it out. Welcome to the top 3 of this fucking list, and we have the fucking one of the best, no, No. If it wasn't for the other two series being as good as they are to me and how they personally affect me, then this fucking story would be my favorite story of all time. This shit has your cold characters, your cool characters, your badasses, your wimpies, your fucking crybabies, your fucking you have your cold, your ballistic, your fucking sex crazed characters, your fucking homosexuals, everything. This whole series has everything in it, and it fucking has a fucking plot twist and a half that fucking goes 300, that turns the series on a 360. Like, it turns it on a dime just like that, and it throws it on you, but you aren't really thrown off by it. You're more like, give me more, give me fucking more of this story. And that's how the fuck this story went. I'm sorry for my language, I keep on fucking saying fucking, but that's just how much hype I have for this series. I wish this series was a little bit longer. I wish I could have enjoyed this series for a little bit longer, but all things must come to an end. And if you haven't seen the series, Dead Man Wonderland, go ahead and go check it out. I can't even fucking discuss how fucking much I love this story. Listen to me fucking up. Like, Shiro and Ganta, these two characters who fucking was separated when they was children, forgot about, one of them forgot about the other, but the other one never forgot. And the way how she brought him back to her, and the way how he just came into acceptance with the terms of how she went about bringing him back to her, and the way how they just basically fell in love with each other was just fucking amazing. It did it on some non-cliche shit. I'm talking, she was murdering niggas that he knew, the people that he grew up with, the people that he became, like, he came to middle school with these characters and she killed them off, and he, because of the way how he knew he was in the wrong as well, they both had to come to terms with their lives and how shitty it was, but even they still deserve to be happy, and that was fucking amazing to me. The fucking fights are amazing, the abilities are, you know, reasonable, logical abilities, and that shit was just fucking great. Nothing ever expired with this show. The fucking epicness, the feels, the way how the characters all stay bonded together, even when they all broken apart and had different goals at that point in time in their lives, and that shit was just fucking great. It was a fucking amazing story. Go check out Dead Man Wonderland. Coming into the top 4 on this list, we have one of my fucking favorite series ever. I mean, it's number 4 on this list, but it's something that was fucking amazing to me. I mean, the first time I seen it, I was like, yo, this shit is gonna be weird. It's gonna be crazy. It's probably gonna be cool. So let me just check it out. And it wound up becoming one of my favorite series of all time. A lot of series that I watch and a lot of series that I've seen is barely even touching this series. And this series, as far as the first part goes, this series has been over for like over almost 10 years, 7 to 8 years, somewhere around there now, and it's still just as good. I can go back and watch every fucking episode again and still feel like these characters are fucking a part of me, and feel like these characters are actually my friends, you know. And it's what you want. It's a good experience, and it's what you want from these characters, especially seeing as the main character Apollo goes through all of this shit, and he loses so many people along the way to becoming and fulfilling his destiny. And you know, he lost his way because of the life he lived in poverty and everything. And when the Neo Diego, or the main group of the story, the protagonist team, they all just come and they just take him away from the people that he loved, and then you see all of these people get captured and everything, and he finds the hidden power that he needed, and he realizes that all he really needed was friendship to be strong, and he learns that he can't really do everything on his own, and his beloved that he had for 12,000 years is like someone who helped him find that way. And when you see this story and you really experience it and you accept it for what it really is a fucking amazing story. Like how I said, the story is like one of my favorite stories of all time. Like, it's been done for almost 7 years now, and it's still just as good. I can't fucking put it to rest how fucking much I enjoy this series. But for the sake of this video, we have to move on. I might make a video in the future talking about my love for this and my passion for this series. Nah, y'all not even ready for this. You want fucking amazing adventure. You want some characters that are thrown at you every single episode, every different chapter, and these characters fucking develop on an amazing note, and they all get this closure by this one character who seems like he's just this omnipotent character who just goes around saving people from the force known as Mushishi, who are basically, the name stands for insect, but the way how they are and the way how they spiritually affect the world is just fucking a big ass influence. And it makes you feel like, you know, it makes you feel like nature is in control, but you know, everything can be at peace as long as we all learn to get along with nature and everything. And it really is a good show. I mean, some people from that example, you could say that it's for tree huggers or something like that, but no, this shit is fucking amazing. You have like races against time against the Mushi, and you have different characters coming in, and they all affect Genko in some type of way. Genko has the incentive to help them all because of the fact that he lost his eye and he lost his mother figure as far as he can remember, due to his memory being erased from a fall he had while I think playing in the mountains. He lost his memory, and to his mother figure, he lost her because of the fact she sacrificed herself to keep the balance in the Mushishi world and the human world, and keeping it all together and making sure everything stays fine. And he learns from her and her example to that if you do have the obligation to help someone, if you can't help someone, you're obligated to do it, on some Spider-Man type ish. And he does it so well, and he does it in a fashion to where you just think, bro, all he's doing is helping people solve problems. And Genko is a fucking badass. If you don't know about this series, go check out Mushishi. It's fucking amazing. The way how the story is, the way it wraps up in the manga. And the anime isn't finished yet, but the anime, I believe, is about to come into its third season after this summer ends for everybody, like in September, I believe. So it will be back out next month. I'm hoping to review this series. I'm gonna do my last season review, my last 2 seasons review, because there's 2 seasons and I wasn't doing YouTube at the time when the seasons were out. But this shit is just fucking amazing. I can't wait to experience the 3rd season. I can't wait to see the ending being animated in full glory, because the animation is on some movie quality per episode type shit, unless the episode is something that's just small, that, you know, Genko just goes on this small adventure. So it's a very quality series. It has very good characters, a very good story, and the background for these characters and the background for Genko, it's all explained, and it all wraps up very nicely, especially in the manga. I hope the anime could do it just as much justice. Coming in, this is number 2. No, it's number 1 on the spot, and it deserves to be where it is, because Mushishi is a fucking amazing, it's an amazing series. If you haven't seen it, please go check it out, because you are gonna see a story that's gonna set a trifecta, you know, it's gonna set a standard for you, and you're gonna want more series like this, I can promise you. And it's gonna show you that never judge a book by its cover, because at first I was kind of, you know, trying to avoid it, but then I wound up watching one episode, and that episode gave me one of my favorite series of all time. So go ahead and go check this series out, and let's move on until to number 0, the final story. That is my favorite series in manga and anime, period. I'm pretty sure y'all knew what it was. My bro Naruto, the story is just fucking amazing to me. I'm loving the way how it's wrapping up, how it's all coming together again from the part 1 feels, and seeing these characters grow up and grow out of those little kids who was just going around getting people to believe in them by beating the odds, defeating the odds, and, you know, showing off that they had skill, even though that they were some of the, you know, they was projected to be what was going to be the worst team, but they wound up coming out on top, and now they're just saving the world, all of them together. And these fucking characters is fucking amazing. The story, I mean, everybody's seen Naruto, but the story isn't for everyone, but for me it's fucking amazing. For some other people I know and some other YouTubers that I watch their content, it's fucking amazing. And we're fucking coming into the final phase of the 2nd part of the story. Now, if there's a 3rd part, we do not know that yet, but we do have the movie The Last coming, and it shows our boy Naruto growing up to be older, and I can't wait to see this character and how he's gonna be advancing in his future when he's in his 20s or something like that. And this character fucking gave me a lot. He helped me through depression at times, he gave me courage at times, he gave me my hard work and efforts and everything like that. This character from part 1 to part 2 just fucking literally taught taught me so much and he gave me so much. And to the writer Masashi Kishimoto, I just want to say thank you for this amazing series, and thank you guys for tuning into this list. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have different opinions, if you have different series, let me know in the comment section below. I really would like to know what other series you guys have watched, so that way I can find more series that I haven't seen that could probably change some of the spots on this list. So thank you guys for tuning into this video. Once again, this is AmaziahTv. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that like button, and peace the heck out. So I wrapped up this video a little bit earlier, but this is the final series. It's on the same level as Naruto to me. School Rumble is a fucking amazing package. It has a lot of characters. It has a lot of things going for it, like, you know, emotional ties to the characters. You feel like everybody in the world in this story would have a character for them, specifically for them from their country or whatever. It has so much diversity. It has so many different goals for each character. It gives you episodes and chapters dedicated and devoted to developing each character before the series closes off on such a good note. And it's an emotional note that the story ends off on, and I felt like it was just a fucking amazing story. Some people look down on it, some people like it, some people enjoy it. I fucking love the hell out of School Rumble. It's at the same spot as Naruto, and you know, they literally go at it hand in hand, because when I get my comedy from School Rumble, I get my seriousness, my action, my feels from Naruto. And when I get my feels from School Rumble, I get my comedy from Naruto. They just go hand in hand, and I feel like these two series literally complement each other, and that's why they both sit in the same spot at number 0 or number 1, whichever one you want to say. So thank you guys for tuning into this video. Once again, this is AmaziahTv, and peace the heck out.